A couple months ago, a matchup of Baltimore and Cincinnati in the first round of the playoffs, it would have been considered a banger. But yet, here we are. Lamar Jackson is not expected to play this weekend. And if he can't go, does Baltimore even stand a chance? When Cincinnati is done with them, they may be left running out of the stadium like this. Before I kick it off, our good friends at Pristine Auction have got an awesome playoff giveaway for us that I'm going to talk about later in the episode. Stick around, watch the whole thing, and I will tell you how you can get your hands on it in just a few minutes. This Sunday, the primetime game, 8:15 p.m. Baltimore will head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to face off with the Bengals. The weather isn't looking too bad for the game, 36 degrees, so maybe a little bit chilly, but it's going to be some clear skies, maybe a little overcast, and we're going to have very low winds. Cincinnati currently favored at 6.5 points. I would not be surprised if this line changes. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if this line changes before this video even comes out. But realistically, what can Baltimore do? Beat up all season long to knock Cincinnati out of the playoffs in the first round. I mean, the fact that they're even here is quite astonishing. Really, the only way that Baltimore wins this game is to hope that by some miracle, Lamar Jackson can play. Now, maybe you're watching this video and Lamar Jackson has already been ruled out, so let me add one other thing that we can do here. Quite simply, you're going to have to stop Cincinnati. That's it. You don't have an offense without Lamar Jackson to keep up with the Bengals. So your defense is going to have to step up. They are going to have to play their best game of the season, and they are going to have to hold the Bengals to minimum points. If they can't do that, and you don't have Lamar Jackson, really, honestly, Baltimore, I think your chances are screwed. Really, in this matchup for Cincinnati, the one thing that I'm looking at is injuries. Just stay healthy. If the Bengals can stay healthy, then they will be just fine. The reason I say stay healthy is we've seen twice this year T. Higgins get out on the field for the first drive of the game and be done. We've seen Jamar Chase come back from a brutal hip injury to finish the year strong. We've seen a late season injury to the offensive line. We've seen Joe Mixon banged up. And somehow, Cincinnati is still here, one of the favorites, and up until the last week was battling for the #1 seed. So Cincinnati, you want to win this game? Just stay healthy. Keep your playmakers on the field, have a good, clean game, and honestly, you should have no problems with Baltimore this weekend. And maybe it sounds like I'm hating on Baltimore a little bit, and you know what? I'm not. I'm just being truthful. Baltimore is not the same team right now that they have been over the last few years. They are not even the same team now that they were at the beginning of the season. Yep, they got Roquan Smith and upgraded the defense, and that helped a little bit there. But you're lacking playmakers, and you're lacking a guy on the offensive side of the ball that really was your entire offense. For my prop this week out of Prize Picks, it's really super simple. I'm taking the over on Jamar Chase at 0.5 touchdowns. It doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, I don't care. As long as he scores one receiving touchdown this week, you nail this prop. And I absolutely think that he can do it. Over the last 4 games of the season, he scored 3 touchdowns. Over the last 4 games of the season, he averaged 13 targets. Even coming off a brutal hip injury, the dude was still the #1 wide receiver and the same dynamic playmaker that he's been since he came into the league. Cincinnati, at home, first round of the playoffs, you best bet they are going to want to walk out of here with a convincing win, and Jamar Chase scoring would absolutely be a part of that. At this point, if you're wondering what the outcome of the game is, I'm sure Baltimore fans have already clicked off because I've slandered their team, but there's no surprise. I've got the Bengals tanking down the Baltimore Ravens 31-10. I really don't think without Lamar Jackson that Baltimore is going to stand a chance in this game. They just don't have the firepower to keep up with a terrific Bengals offense. On defense, maybe they are able to slow the Bengals down a little bit to begin with, but by the end of the game, the fact that their offense is just not going to be able to move the ball and extend plays, it's going to leave their defense tired, worn out, and they're going to watch Jamar Chase probably blow by them a couple of times. Cincinnati is going to get the best of Baltimore 31-10, but if you want a shot at an autographed Joe Mixon jersey from our friends at Pristine Auction, you're going to have to head over to their website, create a free account using code word headliners, then come back here, leave a comment on this video with what you believe the score will be and why. I'm going to pick one person from the comments to win that jersey if you have got that Pristine Auction account all set up. We appreciate Pristine Auction. I appreciate all of you. Sign up, leave your comments down below. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see y'all later.